Oh, Will, you know what time it is?
Zaph. What time is it, Zaph?
I believe it's the last match of round 6 Crosskeys time o'clock. You know, as important as official as that is. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We got a fun one tonight. Battle to stay alive here at 3-2. Like you said, last match of week 6. Got one more week of Swiss to go. Next week, one of these runners will be 4-2 and be playing for a chance to make the play-in race next week.
Yeah, and these are names who have been in contention toward the end every time. Like this tournament in particular has been the matchups of round 7 that are happening before round 7 over and over again. But yeehaw.
Yeah, no kidding. There have been some spicy ones down at the N2 and even at the N3 matchup level that have been some like this should be a tourney quarterfinal or something, like not here.
Yeah,
but that's kind of the level that the community has risen to.
Yeah, I think it's like it's nice to see how good people have gotten. Nice tier 1 pull. Yeehaw. Nice
bush grab.
Yeah.
we got bombs, so many bombs.
It's good to see, I think, that like, and I'm waxing poetically in this, like, that the community has like embraced it, and I think that this feels like without overstepping into any main tourney admins in here, the main tournament of the year, as it were. So, but yeah.
Hey, got some good news for you.
What's that, my guy?
It's not going to be a CT2 hunt today.
I'm glad for the runners. That's the last thing they need.
Right.
But like, on the other hand, you know what? You know you're gonna get boots at some point, maybe. No one's ever been in boots go mode. It's always CT2 go mode. So like,
yeah, no one's ever been looking up how to do the ass trick at 2:15 in a race before.
No one's just googling ass trick halfway through the Crosskeys race. What an awful old man start, by the way.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's not great.
Surely the back of old man is someplace useful, like floating island or anything else. Surely. This is the bad part about players doing Sangstark, both of them. It's like, oh cool, we're just following one person. No one's gonna diverge. They're gonna be here a while. I should pull up a map tracker. It should be kind of useful.
Yeah, you should. I can't track and commentate. I can barely track and play. So,
what's your record? Shut up, Will. Sorry, respectfully.
Look at all these medallions we've got. That's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat, yeah. Sorry, I don't need to be so aggressive. It's just, you know. Hey, but unrelated, you are in playoff contention.
Yes. Happy to say I'm sitting at 5-1 by the grace of God. And I've never even made the play-in race before, so at least we're breaking new ground, worst case scenario here.
And I mean, as a friend, I am excited for you. Remember, you've mentioned this a couple times. Like the last time you've been at 5-1 was the 8-round Swiss, right? That was your, yeah. And then you had to face one of the scariest people. Yeah.
So, I guess.
You sure about that?
In terms of the race, we had.
You sure about that?
Arm stole the desert smoky.
You sure about that?
That's all we have to report on from minute 4 of this race.
Yeah, and
at some point something will happen.
Yeah, at some point something will happen. The worst part too is that like there aren't really good starts to make that scum happen easily. So I would not be surprised if that's just basically a free key in hand for later. So far, man, this has been just a wet fart of a cack. Advantage to Sean for sure.
Hey, we have a second weapon here to go along with our Berna. We've got a bee.
A bee?
It's even a good bee. Come on, let's find Mini Moldorm
Like,
Cave.
no, let's find, this is what it is. This is going to be Front of Mire, because I have watched Julo do Front of Mire with a good bee and then explain to me that that is the weapon of choice. And honestly, if I ever get lectured by anything on Julo, that's when I know my life is a shambles.
So that's how you get to 5-0. Got it.
Yeah, Arm, you can't waffle at that. Bro, two ticks to Sean. What the fuck was that, man? That is a fizz 50 rupees. And the 2 ticks show up. Let's go. I have too much power here.
I'm sure it won't be abused at all.
Oh, God. Oh, that's brutal. Arm's own. I don't know if we can get more than 3 ticks to Sean right now. That's insane. That's Arm shooting
Surely
himself
Paradox.
in the foot. Yeah.
Surely Paradox has something.
He will probably jump back across for what it's worth, but yeah. I really hope Fear is not sick of my shit already. But I mean, like, this, again, like, both runners doing this, as long as an Arm has enough magic to stay alive here too, and should, well, he may not get back because his Ancilla is probably borked because he caught them dollary dues, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Oh, well, we don't have to worry about CT. It's just the Hyrule Castle Small showed up.
Even better.
Even better. I think this is gonna beef. Yeah, it beefed. Arm was on a prayer that he did not catch that money, and unfortunately he did catch that money. And he gets rewarded. I don't know if it's really a reward, but you know.
Yeah. You get to clear out the 3 entrances here at Enter Route and go. You can either like start at Link's house and just walk back from the south and clean up the rest of the entrances there. We didn't really have like a lot in the way of connectors other than Super Bunny Cave to follow, so
yeah,
not a ton drawing us back to CAC, but I think the last couple entrances there plus that Super Bunny connector is probably enough.
Sean getting rid of his good bee is a little bit. It's honestly, okay, you say that, but God's Greatest Soldier is on this screen, and I think that will probably kill Arm, 100%.
Yeah. When did Sean get a hook shot?
That was back at Tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why Sean has the 3 ticks. That's why I was.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was very confused there for a second. I was just like, when Arm was going through, I was kind of a little bit more focused on him, and I was actually wondering. I was like, did he do back at Tavern before going south? And,
oh, absolutely not.
No.
Arm has like nice, another 5-item cave, perfect. Arm has the most drunken tendencies through CAC, and I will never understand it. Yeah, nice hookshot cave found by Arm. Pichu, thank you. I'm glad that you're on my side.
There was no way to have that hook shot before getting there.
That was... it is impossible to have had any of the items in Sean's inventory before making it to Paradox Cave. Oh, God. Unbelievable. He must regret having me on comms when he does this stuff. Dual strats and cactus skipping it. It's not... Okay, here's the thing is he's not skipping entrances. He does the most John Madden bullshit, like getting through CAC. And I can only describe this as like just big, stupid X's and O's because he will never do anything sensically. He goes like around, like it's like around the outside as you know. All right, well. But anyway, you will find out.
Sean probably finds that just because of like, you're going to eventually be down to a 50-50 at worst for the well.
Oh no, sorry, that wasn't a like Sean doesn't find this. That was just like a shocking that we
found something.
Yeah, we've got a lot of like generally good stuff so far, and it's kind of in the scary realm of like, I don't know about you, I get like the early big inventory items, and I start getting a little scared of like all the bad things that can happen. I was kind of memeing about like Mire 2 with the good bee, and like we definitely have the get into Mire kit, although we do have a sword and everything else, so like. John Madden impression. Moo, I don't do impressions, and I would be insulting the man and every sports fan if I did a John Madden impression. My very limited knowledge of the sports ball would offend everyone in a very large radius around me.
I can't do impressions at all. The only person I've ever been able to impersonate was my high school band teacher, and that's just because he had the stupidest country accent, and that's the only thing that I can do.
I will be asking for this in a few weeks.
You'll get it.
Yeah, Sean, I mean, I'd call this basically just like traditional sort of like go through everything, come back. I am a little bit surprised. I think of the maybe not following paradox. Like that to me is always one of like the easier things to do, and like I don't know that I want to do this necessarily if I can help it. The walk through deserts.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, it's a choice that, but I don't know. It's like
my philosophy on the desert connection is like I will go to get items either if I have a really convenient end or like I am going through. But like this scum in particular, or like that death in particular, kind of feels bad to me because like it's so much walking for an item in a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a friend of mine is in chat and is absolutely...
Arm, use your B.
Yeah,
yes.
Arm, use the B.
Go, little B, go.
Critically Arm with pitiful resources as always. This has never happened to him. The best part is, too, he's going to get the hook shot here in a bit.
Nothing on desert right side there for Sean, who did scum it.
Yeah, I guess that was his plan, was to scum that. That just feels like a really awful sort of way to do it. But I guess if you want that information now, and you're sort of sitting... I guess that was kind of the right end. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as I don't know if I want to say optimal, but about as good of a chance as you're going to get to do it. So
yeah, that's fair. I almost might have actually stuck my head out desert right first, as just a like, where is this going to put me, and then do it anyway. Again, like it's the connector scum foo, right? Like there's no right or wrong way to do that.
Yeah, and then there's when you're doing that with the intent to come back in and save scum, there is a 100% chance you're getting like bonk rocks.
Which is a sign actually that you should not be doing this in the first place, but
exactly.
But like you actually said something, it's like this CAC is shockingly not a nexus for anything fun. We have a couple like connectors, and basically everything is just kind of item caves and like not a super interesting CAC, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot so far, but we still have.
Yeah, not that it needs to be, right? But like, yeah, just that you have desert and paradox.
We're not going to be back here a whole bunch in this seed, is I think kind of what you're getting at.
Oh, we didn't go with. Oh, that's actually kind of awkward. Sean missed the I mean, I say awkward, but like I guess we do have the super bunny for both players to kind of get back through. Some dark cave.
I think that was back of old man.
I thought I heard a fall. Actually, was that back of old man? Am I crazy?
Oh, okay. I did not catch the fall. No. I was getting double audio, so I had to mute the.
Oh yeah, I got you.
The Discord side of things.
Yeah, I suspect, yeah, this will be Arm, I guess, following through for that Super Bunny. Yeah, okay. A trick I have consistently failed. Oh, sorry?
I was going to ask, did we see Ganon at any point?
I don't believe we did. I think we're looking at Vanilla Pig or Sank Pig.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think they went to Sank, so it's 50-50 of Pig in his own home, or I think it was the other one's Magic Bat that we're missing too, so
Okay. Yeah, I thought Sync was at Sync because we ended up walking west
I
from
thought
there at the start.
Sync was at. Oh, I thought Sync was at. Oh no, sorry, you're right. Sync was at Sync. I'm dumb because we were just talking.
Uncle
about
was at
the-
Lumberjack.
Uncle was at Lumberjack. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, good. Our Sun Prize is bombs too, but
Oh,
this
nice,
time a convenient 8-pack. Well, Sean's going to show us what's in this very logical Hyrule Castle.
Money, of course. Didn't think of Lumberjack. Yeah, no. My brain was thinking because we were talking about that and the Hyrule Castle Small showed up that it was Sync at Sync at Lumberjack. I have been playing too many seeds where that's happened. That
Oh,
is a nice connector, all things considered.
Good knowledge to have, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of an expensive time through though.
yeah, I figured we would get this one entrance check and
Yeah, it's good at
call
all.
it. And yeah, Moogle calling out the excellent effort there to avoid picking up the bug net. After the bee had just saved his life. You could get bees too, Arm.
You can be through. No,
Man.
he can't. He absolutely cannot.
You might have to clear Mini Moldarm Cave a second time? Question mark.
Don't put that juju on him. Don't make him do that. If I'm Sean, yeah, I'm going through here.
Yeah, with Fire Rod, I think.
Fire
that's
Rod, yeah,
probably
you're
fine.
fine. Yeah, I almost suspect that like Arm really did not want to find this. He was definitely like the whole getting to Easter Gate and the Hookshot Cave out of the way. This is like very small divergence that he doesn't want, but again, 8 items, right?
Yeah. And with the, like I said, with that small key, you know this is at least
Yeah, at
half
least
of these
some
checks
us.
are in logic. So
Which has been a whole lot of nothing so far anyway, so probably for
it
whatever.
has.
Hopefully
We
it's in
got
the back
powder
here.
for
Yeah, that's right, yeah, for
the magic bat that we may at some point find.
that we probably found, and I just completely beefed over it because I was too busy with my power of the tiltometer.
But yeah, I don't think we saw Ganon at any point. So
I believe you're right. So I think we have a magic bat out in one of the easy to find drop downs, probably. If I had to say useless fairy or something, or maybe just like Lost Woods. But yeah, I'm guessing we will have a climb regardless today. So
unfortunately, Sean's on full health here, so he's either gonna find Mirror or have to take the slowest death warp in the world or save it quit.
I mean,
which is
you're at
probably what I'll
Hylia.
do.
Just take the save and quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also with Zora money now too. Like these 30 seconds are completely uncome back from a wolf, I'm being honest. I mean, to be fair, Arm has seen the rest of the Eastern area, so
This is
Oh,
gonna
no.
be our first. Oh yeah. Yeah, this
What's
is gonna
up?
be our first time seeing this entrance. Or no, sorry. Well,
no, that's our first time seeing that entrance. Oh god, that's beautiful.
okay, This game is breaking.
I love
me.
this
Arm's not
game.
going to the back here, so. Or was he just setting up a little bit of?
I think
Okay,
you're just
no,
setting
he
up
is gone.
something, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he was just taking damage off the rope while he had light. I got it.
Which I'm still not trying to die here in the back on rats, but
Hero small. Our hair big. Sorry. Everyone
No,
put
you're
down their
good.
torches. Got hair big, which is nice. Nice to have early with the sword.
Hey, we have the other Hera big, so it's fine. Like we're not hurting for Hera access.
Right.
Oh, really, Arm? You're doing this?
I mean, it's not like it's hard to replenish bombs. All right, TR main at the island there. Got bombs on the ledge at Zora. We'll see if the big fish himself has something.
With ample money available and flippers, no, it's a piece of heart, 100%.
Yep.
Pod small? Yep, basically a piece of heart.
Okay. If this were like auction style, what's the max price you would pay for a first pod small key in Crosskeys?
Ooh, first pod small? Like in actual dollary dues or Monopoly dollary dues?
We'll say if the Hyrulean economy had a system where you could pay a certain amount of rupees to get pod.
Pod 1, I'd probably throw in I'd throw in a good 300 for pod 1, 100%.
All right.
Pod 1, 2, and 3, I would be really big on throwing money at. Pod 4, nah, whatever.
I was thinking like in the 200-ish range, but
maybe it's like pod 1 is not so bad, but it depends on my item loadout. So like obviously this is a conditional.
everything is conditional in Crosskeys, but yeah.
All right. My stats professor over here just being a smartass. I understand. Yeah, I get not wanting to walk through and saving this for last. So this is a little bit. I guess we'll save Sean a little bit of a heartache on that.
If he comes back to it at all.
If he comes back to it at all, yeah.
There's a very, very realistic chance you just leave that and end your route at Flute 5 and say, I'll get to it when I need a connector.
Yeah, and that was what, Dark Bonk Rocks as well, if I remember right? It's like double peeking where that was. I think my pod 2 is actually where I spend a lot of money. But I had to just throw in situations where if I could just put money into a pod key. It's like pod 2.
Hey, speaking of things being conditional.
Yeah.
We just found 6 heart Skull Woods. We have a small key. We have a fire rod. We have a master sword.
I am not a fan of this right now. This is one of those I can get back to this and need this whenever.
I think I tend to agree with you, but
Arm does not, yeah.
I had a feeling Arm was going to go for it.
I had a feeling he was going to go for it too, and I was really hoping he wouldn't, and I hope that he has a great day. Arm is not having a great day.
It could be going better right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
We got 4 ticks for Sean? Oh homie, we're going back? Oh no!
You got to go back and redeem yourself after getting caught in pot jail.
Absolutely not. I'm on restream. No, I'm good.
No, this is about pride.
Yeah. It tastes so good. Pride tastes like that really bad, watery, like yellow mustard. It's not good at all. Ugh. I heard the silent giggle at the end of that. I'm pleased with myself.
It's fine. We got so many fire rod shots. Hey, Sean's going for it too.
What?
Everyone's feeling.
Everyone's feeling spicy today, and I vehemently disagree with this. But clearly, I don't know what the hell I'm on about.
I mean, I'd say I moderately disagree, but I think, yeah. I think Arm's handling it pretty well.
Yeah, Arm's got it just
Take
fine.
damage.
Yeah. The second time through.
First and try.
Fear Agent calling out the good to get your first pendant. My man is psychic, prescient. Did I call it? Brother, you called it. You know, once he got there, yeah, it's not about the destination, about the journey, something or other. Oh, Sean, please, not like this.
This is so much spicier.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good mustard. That's that Zataran's Creole that he just... Nice mirror.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah, how about... What? You know, honestly, to be fair, I would have seen Moth before the mirror anyway, so I can't even complain. I would 100% have brought it like that, so... That's Heinz mustard. Heinz mustard is that sad, watery mustard. I'm not a mustard fan for what it's worth. I'm probably going to start a fight on stream about condiments. In the most boring, banal, white person way possible.
When I lived back in Georgia, I knew a guy who did sales for Heinz, and he literally would just have, like, if you ever saw him, he would just hand you bottles of ketchup out the back of his trunk.
That might be the saddest thing I've ever heard, and I...
Would it make it better if I told you his name was Earl?
I would watch that Hallmark movie, 100%.
True story.
No, based on a true story.
The life of Earl the mustard salesman.
You know, it doesn't hit right. I take it back. I don't want to know about Earl. Good luck, comms, Wally. We're in for a treat.
Welcome, Wally. You came in at just the right time. There's never a wrong time to come in, but you came in at just the right time.
We do have, for what it's worth, a couple of interesting, like, and I don't like this for what it's worth. We do have a couple of interesting bunny walkable locations. We do have the hookshot cave, which was K45. We do have, what was it? Was it Desert Left was top of?
Yeah, that was top of bumper.
That was top of bumper. Okay. Oh, did I just hear Teams sounds in your background?
You sure did.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
That's been my life for the last month. Hell yeah, brother.
I hate that my PTSD heard that sound and started checking my notifications. Oh. Get me out of here.
It's okay. I'm not looking at it. Don't worry. You're all stuck with me.
Listen, if you gotta go, I'm sure Fear will step in. We could drag in like half a chat right now.
No, absolutely not. I think those are automated notifications anyway.
So. Ugh, brother. Oh God, that's worse than watery mustard. That's ugh.
Hey, we found Hype Cave down in
Ice
Ride Cave.
Oh yeah, because he was doing the flipper from. That's good on Sean, by the way, for that. I love the whirlpool routing. Okay.
Oh,
Johnny ruining our pod key economy, by the way.
All right. Still got 2 of them there. That's nice. Got that first TR small. You don't hate that.
You don't hate that. A second bottle for bees. This
Hey, we got to the top of the castle.
Well, that was one of the things I was talking about. I was like, hopefully this is not a waddle out of pot area, but did we forget to check an entrance? Am I crazy?
No, I don't think you are. I don't think we saw that left entrance at any point, did we?
Okay, good. Glad.
All right.
I hope, again, for his sake, that it's a shop. I believe we did early? Okay. If we did, I'm... Okay.
All right. I mean, like, I'd hope so. I feel like, you know,
yeah, I hope we
flips
did.
happen, but I feel like that would be an unlikely one in that circumstance.
Yeah, even for him, that would be a really weird, egregious sort of oopsie poopsie. Oh yeah, we're taking it. Still got there with that master. Maybe we did, and it's possible.
Yeah, that could have been a combo of I just got my desert small, let me check desert east, and
Got it, yeah.
while I'm there, I can take care of that loose entrance, assuming that we did see it earlier.
Yeah, I was trying to think what
would
connector would have put us there, though, but yeah. Which is clearly, like, I'm half here at best.
Well,
Oh, that
I'm
might have
getting,
been... Yeah.
I'm the one getting Teams pings at 9:30 at night, so you can tell how focused I am. So we're up on the mountain now.
Yeah, where we want to be, for sure. Actually, if it's the super bind that puts us up there, then I definitely missed that.
It was the Fairy Ascension connector that we
No,
took
sorry.
from-
If it was the super bind that put us on top of castle. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yep, okay.
I sure was.
Moogle was 100% right. Really convenient book, actually, yeah.
It'd be slightly less, or slightly more convenient if we hadn't just gotten to Agina 5 minutes ago, but, you know. Still convenient for Ether Tablet with the Master Sword mirror that we just got.
I feel like we can probably take a tick away from Sean. I think Arm has finally found his footing in this game. Like, and he's rolling. He's like that... The old mom station wagon, like kick it into gear once it gets going, 65 on the highway for a long road trip. Like he's putzing. He's got places to be.
Yeah, it kind of helps that he has that knowledge of the good connector up to Bumper Cave there. That's,
yeah.
You know, A, give him the mountain here by following that first entrance, but it's also going to give him, you know, a couple more Light World entrances that we can mirror to.
Yeah, we're only to Wally's point, chat. We're literally missing 3 big keys. Although I'm assuming at least one of those is definitely required. You need the GT big for pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Arm's got the full Dark World set. That's pretty good for 30 minutes.
Refurbished off eBay. Once again, also ruining our Hyrule economy.
How much you paying for a book that's been sitting on top of a mountain for God knows how long?
Someone's paying me to take that. ain't no way.
Smells lived in.
Can we never use that phrase again? I did not like that one bit.
Hey, it's a glove on Ether,
Yeah,
on our
okay.
convenient Ether tablet.
Yeah, I would say that that's one of the most, like, projected, hey buddy, here's a sequence for you things that's ever happened, but Yeehaw in particular. I also confess, I have no earthly idea what Sean's sprite is, but I saw it go full Minecraft about 10 seconds ago, and that gives me the feelings. Zeph, have you played my Megawise co-op yet? No, unfortunately, I read one line of how it was slightly spoiled. So I'm sure that I'd like to give it a couple weeks and I will try and forget about it and then play it. But I accidentally
call.
like, yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah.
Hey, bow and chain chomps.
Yeah, we take that. And I don't remember how, again, Sean got here, because I think he was a little bit preoccupied with 1, the book, and 2, everything else. Was this back of Old Man to front? Because this is like after a pretty quick save and quit from Sean.
Yeah, I did not see how he got here, but that would be a reasonable candidate.
All right, well, I can't believe Eastern was once again not required. Everyone, every goober like that, just fist pump in the air.
Get your memes ready. We have a very beatable Thieves Town over here for Arm.
I guess that like at 2/3 pendant knowledge, or sorry, knowing 2 of 3 pendants, I could see myself doing this. But then again, after taking a death to the Gibdo Bangarang, am I really up for back of Thieves Town right now?
I bet he is.
I hate that I said that word and I can actually hear the song in my head now and it's not pleasant. Also, Sean getting this side of the mountain, and definitely a bit more convenient way as opposed to having to deal with that whole connector chain too, which saves a little bit of trouble. I'm sure that like that knowledge will eventually of that connector will be nice, and or I guess just the retraversal for that will be kind of interesting for him too.
Yeah, it kind of depends right now on if we can find Pearl and like some other regular form of Dark World access, or if that connector to Bumper Cave Top ends up being our like best access to Dark World for a while.
Yeah,
I don't think we've seen any other routes into like North Dark World at this point, have we?
No, we have the Hookshot Cave to Dark Bonk Rocks, and if we wanted to do some shenanigans, we can probably make it around with the bow. But yeah. Not easy and not peasy for sure.
Yeah, that is a very Atari 7800 sort of bunny sprite there.
It's always funny when like I see us like I've never seen sprites before, despite having watched God knows how much rando over the years, and then being like, all right, that is clearly the SeanRhapsody sprite now, because I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
I don't know if it was just the group I played with, or if it was an actual established convention, but the one thing that I really enjoyed about Kiss Priest more than everything else was choosing a random sprite for it, because you really get to see what a wonderful menagerie there is of just all sorts of things.
Harkening back to our conversation the other day about the Powerpuff Girl.
I love her so much.
Also, that or just watching PRD, because I go to any PRD stream and I've guaranteed that 50/50 it's a stream it's a sprite I've never seen before. Because they are absolutely committed to the sprite bit. I really hope this isn't the last pendant. I would cackle maniacally if it was. That looked clean. That was good. Alright, you know what? Fair, fine. He doesn't deserve that bad juju. I shouldn't put that on him.
Sean got the news of the Fairy Ascension connector going to
Yeah,
Light
the
World
wrong
side of Bumper Cave, which is not helpful.
No, I think Arm is slightly ahead now for sure. We can actually like
Yeah.
take the meme off the advantage counter. I would put Arm slightly ahead, I think. The knowledge I think that he has of the connectors, plus just like getting through this, he's not done the Zora area, but yeah, I think that's good. Nice, beautiful. Oh, okay, that's how Sean got here. Sorry, that was the other Hyrule connector. I was like, because it had to have been something quick, so it was either the old man save and quit or that. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
You know, pH race is a valid point, though.
Yeah, but Arm, that's his own, like, that's him, right? Like, he's putting himself out there. I can't dog on a man for that. Granted, it looks like it came circa 2007, like a real Wizards of the Coast kind of like video quality picture. So to be fair, if you squint hard enough, it could also be a dog.
You know, the eye doctor doesn't cost that much these days.
You say that, but it's a really hard economy. And honestly, if you've seen my budget, it's like $2,300 on Costco chicken bakes. So like,
That's
I
fair.
should not be trusted. Can you dog on a man for not being a dog?
Absolutely.
Am I having a stroke? Is this?
It makes sense if you think about it.
if I really noodle hard. Oh, did Sean not go through to
I don't think he went to Crystal Roller.
Crystal Roller here? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Unless he did it first, which would be, I think, kind of an odd choice in case you find Kane.
Yeah, but I'm looking as the item tracker too, so unless he's like manually tracking it.
Yeah, that's a good confirmation. Yeah.
Alright, well,
Just
completely
a herpes.
consequential. Yeah. With my lazy tracking, I'm trying to figure out what we honestly do have left. And I think we're kind of set up for connector shenanigan bunny walking, turn of the mushroom.
We just got a
seen
few glove entrances,
Yeah.
so there is
glove
that.
entrances. We have seen magic shop.
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, there's one of our glove entrances down. Yeah, we're also going to get desert entrance, I guess, while we're over here. Makes sense.
Yeah, no, this makes sense. And I guess CT too. Get all these like really just gross things out the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know you're not beating CT today, so...
Yeah.
Unless it's some required bullshit in East Dark World, Moon Pearl, something or other, but...
Ew. Moon Pearl on Pyramid Ledge kind of situation.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
But
love
we still
that
need a-
actually. Yeah, we need a lot for
we
that.
Yeah, we still need a lamp and a second key for it, so I'm not
No, for sure.
not saying that is likely or something that you're really planning on doing at some point later. Yeah, Sean got a little off script there in phase 2 of Blind Fight, but
Everything's
yeah,
fine.
Good call. Good call. We got the Burna. Don't need to be a hero. Just take that out and stand there and look pretty.
Yeah, Ice Rod Cave. I guess the connector close to Or like this glove entrance over here, yeah.
Yeah. We're still missing a bunch of dungeons, so...
Yeah, absolutely. Please be Meyer, please be Meyer. Damn it.
Wait, we saw Meyer, didn't we?
Did we see Meyer? I think we were just memeing Meyer into existence.
Oh, you were... Okay. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Oh, it's a big key.
Yeah.
Hey, need that.
Yep. Oh,
All
well,
right.
that's a nice convenient way to check those other mirror entrances here.
Completely worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can just stumble back to from K45. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah, that's what I'm doing here, probably.
Yeah. I wonder if you actually take this all the way to Bombo's tablet, just given how few
Yeah,
options you have.
that's what I was thinking. Is like we don't have a lot of great options left on the table.
I mean, you can pick up all the entrances on the way other than Pipe Cave and at least know what's there in case you need to get back here at some point after Pearl. $22-0 now, so they got a field goal and a safety. Damn. Well, there's our hero.
That's so bad too because we can't. Arm, what are we trying to do here?
Well, if he gets,
yeah,
he can
he
hit
gets-
the switch
yeah.
in Bunny's state and then go walk into a mold arm or something.
Yeah. I also hate this door and Ice Palace are like the bane of my bunny bonk existence. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I would have just tried to go ahead and get Basement Cage out of the way there.
Yeah.
Just take my chances with dodging the mold arm. If you actually have to get the item, which you don't, because it's 5 rupees.
Oh, hey, look, there's the Moon Pearl on Sean's side. I can't believe it. No way.
Hey, there's the mitts on Arm's side.
Can't believe it. No way. It would not surprise me that he does this. I don't think he's been to to Ice Rod Cave either. So like that's a pretty quick next path for him. Honestly, he's been able to do so much stuff on the way that's not really hindering him. So like it's not bad. That's just kind of a oopsie poopsie. But given that we have a couple of really good connectors for him, this is fine. Like he gets the Bombos tablet out the way, which honestly is not that bad to get to because we have a required hair down here and all the pieces and parts. So
I mean, to Sean's side, even if Arm comes straight here, at least he saves 30 seconds on trying to get into Hera.
true, yeah. I resisted so much temptation to be like, yep, that's like 3 ticks to Sean. But
This is growth.
Yeah, this is growth. That's like the 3rd time you've said that to me in the past couple of months, and honestly, I think I should be a little bit more offended than I am.
Yeah, probably.
Next year, tell me that's irresponsible for me to have that many chicken bakes, and I will refuse to listen to you. That's nice. This Hera is kind of nutty. Also, we are rapidly approaching like we are hammer, ice rod, and a potentially desert big for go mode.
Yeah. And a whole bunch of entrances.
Yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely, but like...
But yeah, in terms of items we need, we already have almost all of the important big keys.
No one could have ever stopped, like, that was impossible to have. Is that for you to say with all this chicken bakes are justified? Thank you. Oh, this walk from Sean feels gross, because you know that at some point you're gonna have to climb anyway. It's gonna be the hammer, and I'm gonna be like a total jackass for saying this. I hate this. Like, this walk feels bad, but yeah, this might finish.
I agree with you.
I mean, okay. Also, this was fair too, because I couldn't remember where this was, and this getting checked. I like this. This just does feel bad because at some point you're likely going to end up being here anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I've looked up what a chicken bake is, and I'm interested. Wally, I was trying to smart ass up, but I'm like, honestly, no. Like, it's basically I've never had a bad chicken bake. Like, I've had, I won't say mid pizza because that would be kind of a lie, but like I've had some pizza that's greasier than others. But it's really hard to mess up a chicken bake.
Yeah, no, they do solid like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 food, especially for, you know, being in an apartment store, basically.
Although there's,
you know, I had no idea till I moved up here to the Midwest that y'all like put hot dog stands and shit inside the Home Depot.
Okay, sorry, I've never seen that before. So firstly, do not ever lump me in with the Midwest as though I am part of the culture and part of the decor. I hate that with a passion, sir. I am fucking insulted. There's one piece of
You're right. Ohio is so much worse.
I will end you. I am not from here. I live here because it's cheap. I say here because
why is it cheap?
I will not stand for this. I absolutely will not stand for this. Okay, so sorry. I'm getting distracted from they put hot dog stands in Home Depots, which is something I've also never seen, however.
Yeah, I mean, it's where I'm from, it's not a thing, you know? I don't know what to say.
Where are you? Okay, so sorry. No, never mind. That is mildly. We won't do the doxing thing. However, you were an Atlantean for a bit. What do you miss the most about that? Like that closeness, that proximity to. I would say home style good is the best way I can describe it.
There's some food down there that you're not gonna find in other regions, and I mean, like, every region has their own specialty foods. Like, and don't get me wrong, in case you tuned in for the Mr. Angry Pants restream a couple days ago, you got to hear a lot of my takes about Chicago's traditional foods. So we won't go back into that. But
we need to rehash that, because right now this is the front of TR. This is one of the least boring things humanly possible. At least interesting. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. The Italian beef is Chicago's true or should be Chicago's true like famous dish. It's the one that just when you find a good one, it's so good.
I'm about to out myself as I clearly did not. All right, well, there's all the pod smalls. I was in Chicago for 5 years. Never had a Chicago beef, and my understanding is it's basically just a roast beef sandwich plus.
It's so much better than a roast beef sandwich.
And I say this from the perspective of like I grew up with roast beef po' boys, and I would sacrifice half of you for a bite of a good roast beef po' boy right now. So like,
Po' boys are legit like a top 3 sandwich at worst.
You cannot go wrong with a po' boy. Which again is not the shit on Italian beef, but like I don't think I've ever had Italian beef. And my understanding of it is that it's basically just a really aggressively moist roast beef sandwich.
Hey, there's the Meyer that I
There's the
definitely
Meyer.
saw a long time ago.
You prescient motherfucker! You and Fear should just tell me what's gonna happen next, so I can comment before it happens.
There is a race going on right now. We're just hungry boys. And yeah, that is a good point that Sean's getting here without that cane, so we'll
This
be able to
is
clear this
awful,
in one pass.
I don't mean to say this lightly, but I feel like Arm is going to be significantly advantaged unless he somehow like misses this entrance for a while. So depending on what his next bit of route is, this might be a 2-pointer for Arm pretty quickly. Although I have no earthly idea where the fuck he is going. I mean, sorry, I know where the fuck he is going, but is this connector really worth it? I guess we haven't checked the bottom of this.
Yeah, I can't remember actually if we.
Well, because we bomb jumped this, right?
First.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you asking you a Blizzard, right? Okay, hold on. Blizzard flavor. I just want a Blizzard. Sorry. I want a vessel for cookie dough. It really does not matter. Okay, that's a shitty connector. Put it back. Butterfinger. Oh, yeah. Give me that. Oh, look, a connector.
Oh boy, maybe this one will be the good one.
So sorry. We are looking for a GT. Yep, need that. Can you really go wrong? No, again, I'm not kidding. This will probably also be Arm getting to Myra via this, I suspect.
I don't know. He may be incentivized to go back through because you can get the whole rest of the right side of the mountain up there, including the dark entrances. Yeah.
No, PH, we do need a sidecar. I
mean, okay. We're just gonna.
Yeah, I think he is going to take this because he's not done Zora either, right?
That's
if I'm
true.
not mistaken. So this might be a quick. And not turned in the mushroom, if I'm not mistaken. And his godforsaken ugly dipshit tracker was in the way for a while, so I'm pretty sure he's not turned in the mushrooms. Like, this is mushroom catfish Zora. My rather healthy chicken, rice, and veggies dinner right now. Well, Wally, there's a solution for that. It's called being a fat ass. You can embrace it. Why be healthy when you can die?
You're doing great.
No, I'm proud of you. Say by the end of 2 weeks. I mean, we're going running in a couple weeks anyway. So, and by running, I mean like, you know, a gentle brisk walk and maybe a jog. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm proud of you. I don't like the route that Sean did for that, which is like really leaning into the Samare just gonna be there. I don't know, it's actually that much slower for what it's worth, but
I think he also wanted the magic refill, which I can understand.
oh yeah, that's true. You know what? I take that back. That's fair. I didn't think about that. Did Arm do Zor? Arm must have done Zor because he has more pod keys than God, so...
Yeah, he does have more pod keys, so he must have done it. No Zor for Arm? Okay.
Alright, never mind. He has not pod keys than God. He just has found pod keys, so fair enough.
Oh, this trip. Gotcha. Yeah. We're trying to figure out if he has done it at some point. Well, we know we got the 2 pod keys out of Hype Cave.
Yeah,
So...
ruining my Monopoly economy. Also, happy 1 hour, my dude. Arm, you have the big strong. We do not have to take this route, correct?
Correct.
All right. Good chat. Assuming that Arm does not take 17 Deaths to Vitreous, I would probably put him at like a double after this, just because this is going to be so much cleaner. And like having to make it back to Graveyard Ledge for a required dungeon.
Right.
I say required. Yeah.
Sean still doesn't have great Dark World access and won't until he gets all the way down to Swamp Palace and gets those mitts, unless we find Hammer along the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, he'll have the Mire Clear done. That is not convenient to get back to, especially bootless. Like getting this Mire done is actually pretty significant amount of time.
Yeah. My concern here too is we've seen so few entrances of value that Sean may... I mean, I guess it's not so bad, but Sean may find GT and Climb. Like, sorry, we've yet to find a pod. We've yet to find Swamp. We've yet to find Ice and GT. So, like, there is a very likely something may distract Sean from eventually getting down to the Hera, which terrifies me for him.
Yeah, that is very possible. What was the connector that got us to Archery Game?
I think that was the bomb jump. That was the upper Spec Rock bomb jump, which is why Arm went back for that.
Well, here's one thing that could lock him out, is we got a bad Skullwoods layout.
No, there's no...
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're not doing it right now.
So here's the like, you could just do the mirror and then take the death. I would have taken the mirror and then just died in the overworld there and try and get back. Sean, don't do it. Sean, yeah, that was a long
think. Yeah, and I get it, because this is not trivial for him to get back to, but...
Yo, Ikea, thank you for the sub. Appreciate your Prime going to fear.
All right, so we got Pod. Sean's got 4 small keys, so unless we get the classic Pod 6 in Pod, he will have to leave 1 check behind that Arm will probably get.
I think he doesn't say this thing. If Arm walks in here, I am saving a pod small. If I'm Sean, I'm burning all 4. Well, never mind. Pod key and pod. Take everything back that I said. Doesn't matter. Why bother thinking about the pod economy when the pod economy is ruined?
Is this the first time this has ever happened?
I can't honestly. If I go back in the annals of Link to the Past history, I believe so.
This is an historic moment.
Too busy speculating, not reading, not thinking, not watching. Yeah. I'm basically, when I'm commentating, I'm like the goat meme where it's like too busy, like no video, using my imagination. Like I'm just like lean back looking up at the ceiling.
Just comment the race off vibes. Arm? Yeah, okay. This has gotten oh no! Oh no! Oh no. That is a very costly death there. beaten up trying to powder the anti-fairies. So that's half of that. That's half of that mire clear advantage gone.
Yeah. Honestly, I know we memed on the skipping the bug net earlier, but real talk, no, Arm, you gotta get. Oh, I was gonna get the anti-fairy in the other room. I was like, I would be regretting that skip right now. So mad.
Yeah.
I would be cursing under the sun that like, I was such a clown and did this to myself.
And we had the powder at that point, didn't we?
Like
I feel like we had powder pretty early in this one.
Yeah, you
I
might
could
be
be
right.
wrong.
Yeah, I'm not saying I feel like a goof, but man, I'd feel like a goof. Also, aside from this bow, or sorry, aside from the pod key in pod, it's looking kind of empty from what I see so far.
Bombos doesn't do much for us. Yeah. It doesn't do anything for us right now. We don't have a way to mire and we can't open TR, but...
I just want to say, this blizzard is delicious. That's it.
Oh my god!
Thanks for the update, Fear. Oh, ZSR could never.
It really bothers me. So sorry, this is a small side. It really bothers me that we don't do tri-casts more often. One, because like sometimes you just get like you need to pull the shit back on track, but also like moments like that where just like the third commentator comes in, just alley oops one of the best things that could happen, gets us back on track.
The three person comms you did at SGL a couple years ago was, oh my goodness, that's a hammer in Dark Maze, along with the Eastern Big, which is a pendant, but it's still the Eastern Big.
Yeah, that. Oh, googly moogly. So we're an ice rod for go.
We need a swamp small potentially.
Yeah, so we are like one dungeon item, ice rod,
and a
then...
desert big potentially.
So sorry, either swamp small or desert big, right?
Yes, pending mire.
Oh, okay, well.
So we need both.
We need both. Honestly, Sean might have just saved a shit ton of time if he gets map info. Or gets a map somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if he can find out or just simply track down the rest of his other dungeons, that
is really good for Sean.
Good one for him.
I wonder if this is like the arm advantage that we thought he had was contingent on that being a crystal, and that was.
Hey.
Yeah.
So we talked. Never mind. Sorry, I was making stuff in my head. Ignore that entire sentence.
I'm willing to say that. Actually, no. So if Sean runs back up to ice and has to do it the slow way, that probably feels bad. I mean, I think that arm's advantage has pretty much dissipated with that time he spent in mire just now.
Yeah, if it had been a crystal, I think we could still keep a notch over, but yeah, if Sean can avoid ever getting back there.
Yeah, if Sean rushes back, it's bad. But I think that if you somehow just get like along this route, this is probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably the case where Sean does get back there and clear it is we're down to like, he doesn't have info on mire and desert, and we're still looking for a desert big, or something like that.
Yeah.
Where's Kane? It's in upstairs Hera, along with the mitts downstairs.
Yeah.
And that's at Swamp Palace. Yep.
Yeah. So sorry, going back because Fear reminded me we went on a tangent. I am a fan of desserts that basically are cookie dough vessels. Although I think that the best dessert is a just good piece of like New York style cheesecake, and I will probably die on this hill and take most of you with me.
There are very few wrong choices when it comes to desserts. I don't know. My go-to for milkshakes, like the classics, like a vanilla or strawberry. If they do a good one of those, that's pretty tough to beat. If I'm getting a slightly more adventurous, like a mint cookies and cream or something like that is a delightful combo. I know mint in sweet things is divisive, but I love mint and chocolate together. So
no, I like that clean teeth feeling. I'm with you.
I always knew you were one of the good ones.
That was an ice cream flavor that like I thought was normal as a kid because my dad was a huge like mint chocolate chip fan, so I'd always get it. And then when I realized that not every child liked it, I was like, I'm right that other children are wrong. And that's fair. Yeah, so literally the thing that happened though, by the way, is like Sean came back for Ice Without Kane, which is fine. It's whatever. It's just going to be a slightly slower ice, but like that still pales in comparison to the time that Arm spent in Pendant Mire. So
for sure.
I still think this is probably a wash right now. It's really going to depend on like if there's something in this Skullwoods and or if back of Skullwoods is something of like value here.
Yeah. Pet info could be interesting as well, since Arm's going to find that Eastern Big in relatively short order.
You know, at least he's going to refill in health, because boy howdy, my man has been taking L's all day. Well, that ain't it. We are walking out of the back of a 3-heart item cave and not picking up the hearts? Mr. MLX?
Mint chocolate chip that isn't minty is a delightful ice cream flavor, and I really want to see it on the ice cream aisle the next time I'm in the store.
So I'm a little fucked up because both Ruby and Wally said Sean no, and I'm terrified that...
I think that was, he got the IPBJ and then walked off and had to IPBJ again.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, he went right back through it, so I just assumed all was right in the world. Yeah, mint chocolate chip that's not mint sounds like your daughter's a pistachio fan. The non-toothpaste minty. I mean, that's also objectively... How is Arm
back
at
in his
one?
comfort zone of having one heart?
Sometimes I wonder what happens when Arm is like, hold on a minute. Because, okay, for anyone that's ever caught up with Arm, which is probably not very many people, if I got $1 every time Arm hit me with a hold on a minute, I would be able to buy a lot of real estate in the Midwest. And I suspect it's because half the time he's at his comfort zone of one heart and has to dodge literally the world. I'm looking for a new league team. Get me out of here. How much New York cheesecake? Yeah. Like I would be dead tomorrow. Kind of that much cheesecake. I would consume it too. Like it would be the Zeus no, Zeus yes meme. It would just be me and eating cheesecake.
Is Shovel the best thing we've gotten out of here so far?
Yeah, our dungeons.
I mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, at least Sean will get to do that with Stumpy. Hooray!
Yeah.
I guess technically Arm will too at some point.
Assuming he doesn't die.
What are the odds that happens? Don't be ridiculous.
Well, they just went in half because, okay, well, he ate the fair. My God, man. He's also been, like, out in the, like, literally he sent in the team chat yesterday, it's like, I'm back from the woods. Like, he was out in like, the east boonies of I don't know where the hell, so, like, he probably hasn't touched a controller in a few days.
Yeah, that's fair. Answer Fear's questions. We have not seen GT, have not seen Green Pin at Eastern, and we have not seen Swamp Palace. So.
Yep.
Missed a few dungeons. I know we haven't seen Blind's Hut, if I remember correctly. I think that's the only of our 5 items that we got left.
I think we've seen both Fairy Caves, we've seen Saha. I think we're missing 1 5 item, a smattering of 1 items.
Yeah. We've seen Mire Shed, we've seen Saha, so.
You gotta put some respect on Sabaro's name. How dare you? Also, you're adding in an extra vowel that is unnecessary. Is Sabaro real pizza? That... You have not lived until you have wanted to die after eating out of a highway stop, Sabaro. I'm a trader because I like Chicago deep dish. That's because New York pizza is disgusting.
Now we're getting into the hot takes. Let's go!
New York pizza is literally just meant to be a plate for grease. It is one of the most disgusting things I've ever put in my face. And again, not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that because I was a Chicago resident. It's because New York style pizza is disgusting. Like deep dish running pizza. I mean, yeah. To be fair, if I'm also being objective, deep dish pizza is pizza lasagna. However, you have just combined 2 of the greatest things on earth into 1 meal. What's wrong with that? Pizza casserole, that screams Midwest good. These people are culinarily illiterate. Okay, now I'm gonna level with you, Wally. Detroit pizza is basically someone burnt the pizza, but we still gotta eat it anyway, which is just screaming Detroit sadness off the rip.
But if you get it just the right amount of burn, it's so good.
Did you get hugs as a child? Just asking for the chat.
We're not unpacking that here.
Wally just hitting the chat with Pink's Untold. You can't out yourself like that on main, man. This is the internet. You know, I give out free hugs all the time. However, so Mughals, I don't know if you're offended about my take, Mughal, but like, there is nothing wrong with like, and to be fair, when I say pizza lasagna, I am specifically referring to Giordano's, which is probably as tall as certain members of the chat right now, because it's stacked about 5 feet high. It's pizza casserole, but it is, I can't redo the oh my god that I did earlier when Fear came in with the Blizzard notification, like that announcement, but yeah.
The argument over is Chicago or deep dish pizza really a pizza is like the same level of tedium as like a Reddit thread of like, is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? Like, it's fine. Just call it whatever you want to. Sure, it's pizza. It's got all the constituent ingredients and everything. You put it in an oven. It's tasty. I wouldn't want to eat it every day, but it's fine as a little special treat.
Okay, so, and also, yes, Mughal saying Giordano's is bad. Mughal, I was a poor-ass PhD student, man. I could get 5 feet tall, child pool-sized bits of pizza for $28 and make that last for a week. You better believe I was thrilled living on Southside Chicago.
To be fair, I think our Zaph and I did this exact same bullshit a couple of weeks ago on ZSR and got away with it.
Excuse me. How in God's green fucking earth is he dead again?
Oh my god, this is turning into an actual like nightmare.
Like I
don't think I've ever seen a bug net skip cost someone so much time in a seed before.
Like, this hurts me because I am his teammate, but also, like, I can tell that, like, he is clearly not having a good night when it comes to his hands or whatever, but he's still... Homie, in those 3 pots to your left, when you watch this VOD back, there are not 1, not 2, but... You can't leave the room with that shit midair! You can't take the 3 seconds to boomerang that and then leave the room. That is pure.
Easy, Tiger.
You're right, I'm sorry. I can't believe I got upset watching someone play the video game.
But I also understand your frustration. Like, I certainly have had my off nights on execution, but you gotta know when to stay within your limits. If you're having an off night, you gotta just
and I think
take it a little safe.
I think Arm's version of taking it safe is literally I just do it again and and I think that's a confidence thing, which like I wish I had for what it's worth. That just his version of the confidence is like I can do it again. Heart boomerang be damned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some may call it headstrong. Some may call it.
You know, I hear there's this guy who has this podcast where he asks about tilt. Also, Sean just got boots there from the Dig game, which I doubt he feels like he's first to those, but he is.
Yeah. Yeah, little does he know that he is probably ahead now.
That also opens up more places for our Desert Back and Swamp. Well, actually, we've seen Desert Back for our Swamp Palace and our GT to be.
Yeah.
And he is very much on the way to Hera here to get Mitz and Kane.
Yeah. And I think as long as he somehow doesn't get that Myra info, like unless he goes back to Myra, I think Sean is slightly ahead now, if I'm being real. I unless you have a strong feeling against that, I think that this is a slight advantage to Sean here.
I would agree. I think honestly, now that we have the boots, even if he does get back to Myra, you at least kind of like have things you can do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying this was like Arm saving some time in ice, but like anytime he's making up here, he's lost to the death in Meyer, he's lost to the death on Helma. Like unless Sean
those are 2 costly deaths just in terms of how long it takes you to get back through the dungeon.
Well, he's gonna miss the Hera for a slight bit longer, but I mean, still, I don't know.
You've got Hammer Glove Dark World access. You can get there basically anytime.
Yeah, and truthfully, I still like you could tell me that he wouldn't get back there for a bit, and like as long as he doesn't end up leaving Ice Rod in right side GT, but somehow finding it first, I'm still getting a slight tick to Sean here. Like it just generally speaking, his execution is safer, and that's getting him through the seed better than it is Arm, unfortunately.
Yeah, the lack of lamp has hurt Arm in both of the both of the longer dungeons where he took the deaths.
Yeah.
The one in back of Skullwoods was not as costly and a little bit more of just the unfortunate circumstance of getting cornered by the Gibdos. But yeah, now Sean's in Hera, so he'll get mitts and canes shortly.
Yeah, and the only thing here is that if Arm gets to be a little bit more thorough on this sweep and gets like Smith Chain, Purple Chest, which really don't feel great about doing right now either because we're looking for dungeons. But like if GT is sitting at Hammer Pegs, then we're probably in a decent spot. We have all of top of the mountain, I think, in terms of dungeon or entrances as well, correct?
Sorry, say that again.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about like locations where we can be finding entrances. So we have, I guess, getting to the mire area. We have top of the mountain, I think, and then boots entrances.
Yeah, we've got those hammer pegs. I don't think we've seen a connector to the TR bridge, unless I missed that. So that is potentially. I don't know what open connectors we've got right now, but
I believe we've not seen the bumper connector at all.
Okay.
Oh, please.
I can't breathe.
Same. I think if Arm loses, someone's got to come in for me on comms because I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Heavens to Betsy, brother.
Game doesn't start until he's Oko. I think that is.
We are witnessing that
has
live.
Certainly been true tonight. Alright, so we got Sean matching Hera basement here. Arm's cleaning up the rest of Vu. We'll see if he goes. Like he will be able to get hammer pegs here, which will be a new entrance for us. And then we'll see if he heads south and grabs his boots.
I mean, surely he will. He'll probably do that before. I think. God. We're still missing 3 items.
Mm-hmm.
This signals to me that we do not give a shit about Smith Chain and probably feeling like I've just wasted about 15 minutes in dungeons that I should not have. But I think this is maybe the correct call anyway. I think we are definitely missing locations of value, so I don't know that I really care about doing Smith Chain and Purple Chest here.
Yeah. Do you remember where the Smith was?
I did actually mark it. It is in CAC. It is literally right next to the hut. So.
Okay. And
so we will probably do.
Here.
We have found Swamp Palace.
So, one quick check, which is not the smoky. Oh, convenient Smith is convenient. How about
yeah,
that?
No, I was literally saying it was right here. Like it's on top of the. But I think that signal is. Oh, you needed that 10 minutes ago, man. We are leaving our boots behind.
Surely we're coming back, right? We're just going to check a couple entrances here and head back, right?
Oh, you can't be taking 17 deaths in a seed and say free heart containers too good for me.
Hey, we found blind set.
Okay.
If Flute's here, that's pretty nasty.
If Flute is here, that would probably swing that. Oh, honestly, that might swing it back for arm enough. I'm not being mean. I'm just.
All right. Yep, we're leaving Boots for a while longer.
Oh, that. I've seen him do this recently in Seeds, and this does not spark joy. No, our portal is gone. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really good for Sean right now. Like, this might be... If he does not waddle his ass...
If Arm takes this in any direction other than over towards Stumpy Dig Game, that's going to feel like another tick on the...
That's easy 2 ticks, yeah. Nah, 2 ticks. That's a Sean 2 ticker right there. That, yeah, honestly, yeah. That.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Not great.
Sure about that?
That feels like a mouthful of Sabaro.
You sure
right
about
there.
that with 12 viewers?
I heard the giggle again.
That's the power of metaphors. But yeah, we're now heading over to Eastern Dark World, and we're not going to get those boots, which we still have King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks to check, right?
Yeah. All right. If I'm playing Kaz Boots and sure, you know, whatever. You could argue that the Kermit skip, that Dig Game skip, yeah, man, this is entrance. We're still missing 3 items. You were right there.
I feel like anytime I try and make skips based off of metagaming my position in a cross keys race, it does not yield positive benefits.
There's a reason last night I played in like raw focus mode, because like if I was even thinking about anything that Allison was doing, I was going to tilt myself upside down out of my chair. It'd be like if I was playing cross keys on a spacewalk. Like that, nuh-uh.
Every time I've thought like, you know, man, my opponent must be really nailing or really struggling with X, I come to find out that they had, you know, their go mode item was something I had 45 minutes in, right?
Yeah.
Like, also, we have not actually seen the laser bridge items yet, have we?
We have not.
Are we going to give that to us here?
Yes. I'm feeling really good for Sean right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if nothing is boots locked, that's still an advantage for him. And if something is boots locked, which feels high probability,
Wally's saying something in chat. No, sorry, please continue your thought.
I was gonna say maybe moderate probability at least.
Yeah. Wally's saying something which I think is particularly interesting. I very specifically avoid any and all thoughts of my opponent when I race. It's probably the intelligent way to play, but also knowing who you've played this tournament, I suspect that is intentional. Because if I try to put myself in the brain and or shoes of Scholzer...
Oh, well, maybe we're not going to see Laser Bridge.
Surely we go back for it, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, you played people that if I were to lock in, they would just be like watching watching all the Cars movies at the same time on like 2x. Like nothing makes sense, and it's just a jumble of colors and bullshit.
Oh, ka-chow!
Didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit. Thank you very much. Oh look, this isn't boots locked.
Sure isn't.
So we were still looking for desert back as well, for what it's worth. Where was GT? This was
No,
at...
we saw desert back because we stole the key.
That's right. We stole the key. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, you just desert small key. I thought you or desert big key. I thought you said that we were missing the back at some point. So we have.
I did
all of
say
our...
at some point, then I corrected myself because I realized that but we are still looking for swamp.
Swamp. We found swamp because they both did the first check.
You're right.
We have now found, I think, everything of value out in the world. So. There's the cape for a potential TR bridge. Oh. Yep, that three ticker is staying. Ah, see, if that was an ice rod bit, I'd be viciously vile.
No, you're gonna drop down here and then get ice rod.
I'm gonna go with her boots. That's possible. Like, but he's gonna drop down and get this GT very soon. Like.
Like, I do think Sean gets to GT relatively soon here.
Yeah. I think my impression of that, Wally, and you can certainly debate me on this for what it's worth. Please don't be something on the torch. Okay. Is that this is really good for Sean, though, because it's right here, and at this point, because he's just had the better hands, that if it's here, he's just going to speed ahead of Arm. Little by little, but I'm...
Yeah. Well, we haven't found any of our 3 go items.
Yeah.
So the likelihood of us stumbling into the full set here is
diminishing.
Diminishing.
Yeah, but it's probably just going to be oh look, it's the thing that Arm and I both do, just walk into shit. It's likely it's going to be one like leading to Swamp Small into the rest of the items, right? Surely.
It does feel like there's a good chance of that, and yeah, Ganon is at the Pyramid Fear.
Yeah.
So we are climbing here. Yeah, I agree with Sean in chat that like that has been the main thing holding him back in this seed. The boots thing doesn't help, but yeah, just the raw time lost to dungeon deaths has been
substantial,
significant.
If anyone else has a good synonym to throw in there, you're more than welcome to. A little bit cleaner, a little bit safer.
Nice to have that, but
yeah,
especially
nice
since Slivers haven't turned up.
Yeah, the thing is that everything else, like you have to full clear everything you find now, right? Like, so you're going for BC Eastern, you're doing Eastern, unless you get like a Swamp Small out of it, and you're probably bailing. We just don't have that much left on the map, right?
Yeah, like we kind of just did the accounting of entrances left to look for, and it's really just Eastern. I think that's got more than one thing in it. Nice silvers.
So we can't pass around of arrows on the climb. I wasn't worried.
Yeah, the only things we got out of that basement were tempered and silvers, which you don't hate that, but
No, absolutely not.
you sure kind of hoped to find one of the things you're looking for in 23 checks.
I suspect, by the way, that unless we get the Swamp Small out of here, Sean might run to Meyer after this from the pyramid.
There's a decent chance of that, yeah.
Which,
So
like, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, it's a clearable dungeon for him. It's info for him. You know, even if he, you know, I think in his mind, even if he finds out it's a pendant, it's still like, okay, yeah, I think, 3 minutes to do this, but at least I know. I don't have to wonder when I find, Desert Big, am I in go mode or not?
Yeah. Also, did Arm leave an item in Meyer? Did he skip cutscene when we were there and I just didn't notice it?
Maybe? Like, yeah, I didn't notice until you pointed out that, yeah, he does have...
No, Julie, you're just the
non-zero
big. You're not the Desert Big.
Oh, he skipped cutscene. Okay.
Oh, for God's sake. I mean, it didn't hurt him, but still, just that feels like a goobery thing to do in that position. But I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what the meta is, and I don't know what the right answer is on when you're supposed to do cutscene versus not do cutscene. I know people have opinions about it. I don't know what the hell the right answer is.
My thought there is that is probably one of the worst positions to get to a dungeon. If you're okay with that being your last location, like, bless your heart. But that to me just seems like a random ass lose condition for no good reason an hour into the seed. Anyway, yeah, so apologies. We can get back to meta, because God forbid I'm not good enough to talk about this. I'm sitting at, barely hanging on right now. New York style plain cheesecake. I've died on that hill.
It's good.
Like, you don't
Get a little raspberry drizzle on top of that, and you're set.
I was like, a good cheesecake doesn't even need that, but like I would not be upset if you hit me with a little bit of raspberry or blueberry drizzle.
Yeah, not a need, but it's just on a good cheesecake it elevates it just that little bit more.
We know Zaph is a Midwester from Bless Your Heart. PH, do you know geography outside of California? Have you gone full beach brain? The hell? Cheesecake Factory Cheesecake Fear Agent. Nuh-uh. I will overnight you a good cheesecake from New York, from one of their bakeries. Oh, the only geography that exists.
I'm intrigued by this pineapple upside down cheesecake. I like pineapple quite a bit. So I don't know where the hell to get one of those, but I'd be down for it.
I don't know that those words in that order really speak to me, but honestly, I wouldn't be upset if it happened, but I wouldn't go out of my way to order it. How about that?
It wouldn't be it probably wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm intrigued enough that I would,
Can I overnight you a slice? No, but I can overnight you a whole ass cheesecake, because I don't think they go by the slice. They go by the beefy, deep, dry ice.
Oh, hold up. It was a Skyline chili special. That just downgraded it 77 notches.
The tiltometer is running so far from all of those words in that order.
I've had Skyline chili once, and it caused me to miss a flight. Literally the best experience anyone's ever had with Skyline chili right there.
That's the Spirit Airlines of food, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing to yourself? Oh god, rest in peace, Spirit Airlines. I was visiting a friend in Long Island. I had some of the actual best. So we got nothing out of that GT, correct? That was the
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
beautiful. Love that. Yeah, so Sean, if Sean goes back to Meyer, this might like downgrade him to like a 2-tick. I still think just Arm not having boots is bad, and they're likely going to find Eastern in one of those two. And I guess this Eastern Palace is going to have our shit? Question mark.
What do we have for entrances left that aren't boots locked? I guess just the TR bridge stuff and
Getting to Meyer, which Sean can do.
And Pyramid Ferry. And yeah, getting to
Yes.
Meyer, which is a bunch of Sean's entrances.
Well, I guess Arm will be able to get that because that was on Laser
Yeah,
Bridge,
that's on
correct?
Laser Bridge here.
Okay,
So he'll
yeah.
get it in a second.
Chive and onion schmear and locks. Oh, yes, Queen. Put that in my face. I mean, I would slap you for a whitefish, honestly. No disrespect. I guess also, like I said, we're missing a bumper connector, I think, to take us to TR Bridge as well for, again, smattering of one-offs.
Yeah, that could be in our Meyer area or somewhere.
The cheesecake of bagels. All right, y'all need to not. Some of y'all you're mixing and matching your metaphors here, and I'm not okay with it. Soon you'll say
I'm out of my
chicken bake of cheesecakes, and while I would be intrigued, also nah. Poppy and onion with a neutral cheese. What in the bougie fuck? Those are all words in an order. Sean, do you eat your bagels with your pinky raised? I'm a chicken bake of comms. Honestly, that is the nicest thing anyone has ever said about me. If you, like, you know how you get those, like, those summer camp photos of kids and, like, the blah, 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 like, I did this. And, like, if literally I had that with, like, some really shittily finger-painted zaph, like, chicken bake of comms that had my goofy face in there, I could die tomorrow.
All right, I've got a crafting idea that I got to get done before SGL.
Zaph was the Detroit pizza of comms. Oh no, I'm the burnt afterthought. Oh no, fear. I'm who you call when no one else will do comms.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think that's a grand compliment.
I'm the Little Caesars. I think Arm is probably finally getting his boots with this pass, and this is one of the most, like, feels bad things. I'm allergic to seasoning. Oh no, is mayo too spicy for you? Sean staying out of Meyer is really good for Sean.
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, like, we'll see how long he's able to put it off.
Boots are on dig game, so this is gonna have to be boots at this rate. Oh yeah, and Stumpy shovel. Oh, brother. Gio has it right. Do you regret saying those words, PH? Because I regret you saying those words.
All right, he just did a map check there and saw that desert was a crystal, so he's down to 50-50.
He will get the
Swamp and
Meyer.
Mall.
Yeah, he'll get it when he
And
flutes.
yeah, he has the map. Yeah. So yeah, now real good chance he's never sees it.
Yeah, this is... I mean, Wally was sort of, it's not as though it's a massive advantage. I know we're 3-ticking, and I think some of it's slightly mimetic. He is
I think 2 is probably a better true number, just because there are, like, if Arm finds the right things in the right order and Sean finds the right things in the wrong order, like, I don't think it would take a lot to flip this race on its head. Like, Purple Chest would be a good one for Arm to find, like, a Swamp Small that unlocks everything else. But
this might be one of the most egregious things, though. I am not here for this. I hate this so much, what he's doing right now.
the game isn't real. It can't hurt you, except when it has
Except when it
boots.
can. Except when it has one of 3 of your, like, potential go mode items to begin with. And we don't know that it does. But I'm gonna be real with you, this is just being stubborn. Also, fuck those dudes in particular randomly blocking my hook shot and then blocking it a second time. Alright, very cool. That was nothing. I'm just stunned. No, yeah. He's behind Sorry, go. I'll shut up.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I'm probably gonna say the same thing you are, which is, I understand why he feels like he has to start cutting corners to claw some time back, and there probably is some truth to that, but, like, yeah, it's just unfortunate how it works out in this case, particularly.
If those 2 entrances literally are not the item caves, he's really not behind, which is the wildest thing in all of this, and I completely agree. Oh, this might also be the TR bridge connector. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, if we had walked away from that... Holy you!
Okay. I mean, I think Sean, decent chance Sean goes back into Dark World and picks up that spiral cave, or he does Pendant Eastern first. Oh. Well, now this is interesting. Yeah, so we found Swamp Small there at Mimic Cave entrance, which Arm got through by walking through Spiral Cave at Mire Shed entrance. So yeah, he's going to go straight to Swamp here. Sean found Eastern Palace here at the Checkerboard Cave entrance. So this will be 6 items plus a Saha.
God, if there's nothing here for Sean, holy shit.
Then yeah, this we're in a big question mark on where the Lino meter is at this point.
I'm willing to bring it back to a 2-ticker for Sean right now. I think that it is a much higher likelihood that we are chilling out with items in Swamp Palace. I mean, I think if there's an item here, then it reverts back pretty quickly. But the fact that the boots might not be required,
we got 5 items left here in Eastern, counting Green Pendant. We got 10 or 9 in Swamp, and then there's not a whole lot of other stuff out there.
It's like, it's 2 for now because of the potential of items, but, like, honestly, if it goes through all this and there's nothing, we're probably down to 1, if even. The Thieves Big Chest is, yeah, I was gonna say, like, what do we have left in the world? We have the Thieves Big Chest for an item. Which, if it comes down to chasing stuff, Sean will have the better mobility, for what it's worth. Because he will have an extra button on his controller.
I mean, we'll see what route Sean does here coming out of Eastern. I still think there's a decent chance he goes back in for Spiral Cave after this.
Yeah.
But, you know, if he finds a Desert Big here, that does potentially, like, send him back to Desert instead of doing Spiral Cave. So that would be a little bit of a mixed blessing, I think.
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, so far nothing in Eastern. So
far, also fair. Nothing in Swamp either.
true.
So
I think Arm goes back in. If you skip
yeah.
the compass chest, I think you're kind of saying you're going back in for left side. You
if
think,
I get Ice
but,
Rod,
you know, that is absolutely valid, Moogle.
Yeah.
Given where we're at and what we've seen so far.
Yeah, I was brought on as the armlx specialist, and honestly, we are uncharted territory here. We are a History Channel special. I'd like you to take back that sentence in that order. Oh, this might be a one tick for Arm, maybe even 2 tick for Arm.
Well, that's fascinating. Do you go back in and get the 3 items here? Do you leave and go clear Trinex? And oh boy,
we're going back in. Also, yeah, this might be Sean leaving the Spiral Cave.
Well, this was at Agina, right? So this could be a going back in. Like, he still has his portal. Unless
his portal's he jumped down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling fat and sassy, but god damn, this is wild.
Okay, yeah, if he doesn't. Okay, we're flipping back to 6. Sure. So, all right, we're gonna pick that up. All right, so we're out of complete crisis mode here. So now we got the 2 left side checks for Arm here. Where is this Desert Big going to show up? Because now I think Arm is playing from the driver's seat right now. Sean will make up time with Boots, but not a full swamp's worth of time.
Yeah, and also if it's left side, Sean may not do this. Maybe he does, but I do not know how Sean plays. I do not know how Sean feels. I'm not going to pretend that I have any inside information on SeanRhapsody. But yeah, if it's just here on left side, Arm takes this despite practicing like he's pitching for the major leagues. Sean's been very clear heavy for what it's worth. The other thing, so the big out for Sean right now is this, and
which is the Desert Big.
3 ticks for SeanRhapsody. That's game over.
Yeah, that's he's gonna go to Swamp. He's gonna get his Ice Rod off Argus, whether he does left side or not, and yeah, that's gonna wrap this whole thing up. So that Eastern was very much required. Somewhat surprisingly, Boots never actually factored into any of this, but
no, you're absolutely right. It turns out that they were just inconsequential, but damn. I'm stunned.
Yeah,
but,
no, that was that was just a spike the football sort of out, or not out, but a just, well, Sean wins kind of item find there. I mean, we didn't have a lot of other options left, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
And the worst part too is that like there was I mean, Arm lost an entire Eastern Palace clear worth of time in those 2 deaths, honestly. Like, even if he never finds boots, if he does not take those deaths, it's still Sean might still have won this, but there is a very Arm is done with TR 5 minutes ago and is off in the world looking for
Zelda
stuff.
speedruns. You sure about that?
The thing that I think worked out
viewers?
best for Sean there is that it was on the green pendant and not in Eastern, because that could have very easily taken him away from that spiral cave and taken him away from that swamp small.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's ZSR. Welcome in, y'all. We are at the end of this game. Unfortunately, armlx is completely dead to rights because there is an Eastern Palace green pendant turn-in, which has what is armlx's go mode. He has also done some things. He's had a couple rough deaths this seed, and it's been a tale of the back and forth. And Sean will be in go mode in about 2 minutes.
We're gonna get an ice rod here from Swamp Palace. That'll put Sean into go. We'll have a little bit of a trek. We have to go through TR from the big chest to get to the back, but otherwise going to be pretty straightforward for Sean. Arm still has to go back to checkerboard, clear Eastern Palace, bootsless, then turn in green pendant up on the mountain. So not really any outs unless you're a really big believer in double-digit gain and falls.
Yeah, and Arm's even going to the right place, but this is too little too late. Which now, I mean, to PH's point, if he doesn't, again, take the deaths, doesn't do this, have the skips, the etc., like, I don't know. But, doesn't matter about what ifs. Sean will be in go mode here in about a minute, so that's it, that's all. Sean will be moving to 4-2, Arm to 3-3. Unless genuinely something horrific happens and, I don't know, Sean has to walk away from the controller for 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's about what it's going to take. Man, I know we talked about this at the top, but there are some dang good runners that are going to be 3-3 sitting out of all this chaos in week 7, and
I think my 2 that are in contention for what the hell happened are going to be Arm and Eris. Muffin's also at 3-3 as well. He just had to skedaddle out of the tournament.
Yeah, Magno's down there as well. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of real runners that you could very easily see making a run in this tournament that are already out at this point, and we're still got we still got to narrow it down from like 40 something to 28 for the 28 to get to the play-in race group, and then from there to 24 for brackets. So
yeah. And I want to make a comment too, because I realize that I have been obviously I am slightly biased, and I know Arm. I do want to call out something where like this, we are talking about this as if this is purely Arm's downfall. Sean played, I think, very safely, very methodically, and in doing so, put himself in a really good position to win this as well. Did not take the deaths, did not really have any major holes in his route, and I think just played solidly from start to finish. And I, like, if nothing else, I want to be clear in that, like, I am coming from this of, like, I know Arm, and I do think that Arm very much self-inflicted this loss, but also Sean put himself in a good position with how he played.
yeah, I mean, Sean, I think maybe Arm had something of an efficiency advantage at like the 40-50 minute mark of this seed, but yeah, the deaths really hurt, and then I think we can speculate on how much he may have
you sure
made
about
decisions or adjusted routes based off of what happened in Roddenmeyer in particular, but yeah, ultimately Sean played he had a very thorough seed. He managed to, make the right calls on, there's a little bit of luck. Like, yeah, you found Meyer without the cane, and you get, it turns out that it's a pendant that you never have to go back to at Graveyard Ledge. That works out really nicely. But at the same time, you also made good decisions, waited on dungeons when you could wait on them, found things at the right time, and that's just kind of what Crosskeys is.
Yeah, realizing Arm took a reasonably costly death in Skull, in Helma, and in Meyer too. And he will be on the path to the item, but Sean's got 7 crystals. But yeah, I mean, there are some scary people at 3 and 3. There's some very scary people at 4 and 2. Just looking ahead to Doc Marty made it in earlier at 4 and 2. Zelda at 4 and 2. They're absolutely terrifying people sitting in that are all going to be fighting for the play-in race at 5 and 2 as well next week.
Yeah, 5 and 1's free. I can say that because I'm in it. Everyone else is scary, but I mean, you could draw me, so it's fine.
What you can't see is me just glaring in your general direction. Jammo's free as shit, honestly. I've beaten him in entrance once.
Once.
It's fine. It was also main tournament entrance and it really didn't count. No. I beat him solo. We've also had him co-op too, but that wasn't your fault, Fear. Jammo's free as shit solo entrance. It's co-op where he's deadly. I literally have just awakened a monster, and he's going to just completely obliterate me the next 5 games in a row. Motherfucker, he's here!
God, I'm looking forward to watching all the result of all of those races roll in.
If I get Jammo, I'm... And the problem is I'm actually the one hitting the button because Allison's out at trivia, so I gotta process whatever's gonna come through and then yeehaw.
All right, there's go mode for Arm while Sean's already on phase 3.
I know I hate saying this. I hate being the one to be but the boots. However, I think if he doesn't completely just oob goober the boots, this is maybe a photo finish.
I think you'd have to take away at least one of the deaths for it to get to that point. But yeah,
no, you're right.
Sean's gonna get the win here. So GG's to SeanRhapsody. Gonna stay alive, get to 4 and 2. Be racing for the play-in race next week.
Tom will talk. If you are the reason that this, I mean, I don't even know how you could do this. You bribe the mayor. I don't need that in my life. Jam, if we get paired up, I'm ready to go in 2 hours. I'm ready just to run this ASAP.
I mean, we already had a hammer and pod. It's just not like the randomization can't be funny twice in one night.
No, how would that happen? I think we might get one friend joining us. Sean, GG's, good sir.
GG's. My heart is going a mile a minute right now.
I imagine. I mean, the floor is yours. If you have we could ask questions, we could talk about the tale from Arm's side if he decides to join us. But just walk us through how you're feeling.
I mean, After GT was completely empty, I was super concerned. Because good God.
We were
what
surprised.
Did I miss somewhere?
Yeah, we were very surprised how absolutely vacant GT was. And like it was required, so you were doing it anyway, but like yeah, there was a sword, there was a bow, and that was this, and like obviously a small key or two for logic, but the sum total of GT was really, huh?
Yeah.
I'm
glad we had to do it anyway, just because that made it feel a little better. But
yeah, I did not have hands tonight, and that was about it.
I died in the room before Vidi or whatever, just like trying to refill with a fairy, and I died to Helma. Just like, I don't know. I should have grabbed the bug net. And I think that legit would have won me the race if I grabbed the bug net at like 20 minutes whenever I found it.
I'd like to also point something out to you. You made a very tenuous skip of the dig game. Would you like to know what's on the digged game?
Is it boots?
Oh, buddy brother.
Oh no!
Buddy brother, pal,
does Arm not have boots?
armlx has been Nike-less for over an hour. You are not sponsored by Adidas.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been after the 40-second loss to Skelly, I have just like everything is falling apart for me.
Washed. You know.
I don't want to sit here and say this from the perspective of like you lost the race. I think Sean played very solidly and methodically, and like you had. I mean, I hate to say it, you had the death in going to Mothula, where you had the Gibdo Bangarang, you had the Meyer incident, you had the pod incident. Like I know that certainly incentivized you. All things considered, the fact that I think it was that close, given all of that too, is still a testament. Like I think your early route was definitely more efficient. You had Mitz Samaria well sooner. Sean, like, you found Meyer without having Samaria, so you didn't clear it, and then obviously that kept you out of the back of that anyway. Yeah, I mean that admittedly was the kind of the tail of the tape in so many ways, that like actually getting to that, it meant you had a slower ice, but like as the seed panned out, y'all were in GT at the same time. Arm was a tiny bit ahead. You had gone to Laser Bridge at that point, I believe, because that's actually how you got to GT in the first place, was jumping out of Laser Bridge, jumping down. But yeah, like y'all were neck and neck, but Arm finds Spiral first, you find Eastern, and we are sweating it because Eastern 6 of 6 is.
Well, yeah, that was another one. Eastern also having nothing in it. Another one.
Well, except for Go Mode.
Right? Well, I mean, yeah, but nothing in Eastern itself. I mean, sure, the Green Pendant was Go Mode, but Dungeon itself was empty too. And then, again, I'm just like, where is the stuff?
Yeah. For us, that was perhaps the most tense part of the last hour of the race. Was you both kind of got to Meyer area at around the same time. Sean, you kept checking entrances after you saw Spiral Cave there. Arm dove it immediately, and got the Swamp Small out of it. And then right after that, you found Eastern Palace, and it's like, well, if Sean doesn't find the Desert Big here, he's going to bleed, 3 minutes. And if Arm just goes and finds both Go Mode items in Swamp, then this has suddenly flipped on its head.
Yeah. And Rando at its finest.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I don't know. This seed had a lot of spots for you. Like, I was kind of in a spot where it's like, I didn't want to go to back of TR without finding GT. I think I could have when I found it, but I was en route to Zora, and it's just like, I can't abort that route to follow to back of TR with a ton of stuff out there. So I think if you just find TR East later, because you get Mitz later, because you don't. I bunny walked to Swamp and then mirror bonked into Hera to get those pre-Pearl actually. So like if you don't just have the Mitz as early, you find TR East at the end of the route and you're just like, I'm going to go through, and then that sort of separates a lot of what's going on. But then from there, like when do you go back to Spiral is also a question, because at that point, if you found Eastern, it's like, okay, you had found GT, you had found Eastern. Like Spiral is an item, but the entrances on the mirror side of Spiral are all single items. So like, who cares about that?
So
it's kind of like, dicey.
You sure about that?
Pepper plus
Yeah, that was sort of
you sure about that?
The Desert Big, I think, worked out about as well as it could have for Sean there, because if that had been an Eastern, there's like a very real chance, he just goes and follows that immediately, and maybe you come back for Spiral Cave after that, but maybe you don't. And like, cause exactly what you said, we'd seen every multi-item entrance at that point, so
yeah.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like I found TR East later than you did, and I pretty much just had no choice but to follow it at that point.
Yep. Yeah, and mine was like, when do I go back? Like, I almost went back, but I was kind of like, wait a second, I actually need to follow. I went through Hyrule Castle to get to the GT instead, because I was like right there. I'm like, wait a second, I can't realistically take these. Like, it was like I was going to take those and then climb up, because like there's no assurance that TR back's even where it was. So yeah.
And then I had a fun death on my first attempt at a laser skip, so that tilted me a little bit.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, we were both
stuck on the wall trying to go up. And
had you safety doored or no?
No.
Oh yeah, we both were in the.
I probably should have used Burna. I had half magic. I'm just gonna go to this, and then I immediately fell on my face.
Yeah, I mean, just a no hands night for either of us, and things panned out pretty evenly. It seems like. Well,
I know, I was super worried
GG's
going
in the last week.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you. GG's to you as well, and thanks to Fear and Zaph for the commentary.
No, Will did the lion's share.
I wasn't able to get much in there, but I was making Zaph on the comms. But yeah, thank you to Fear. Thank you to Fear for doing all the tech setup and putting it together.
I just assumed Fear was going to be in there. My bad.
No, you're good. Tilting the meter back and forth for us.
Fear said basically one thing the entire time, which was truthfully, outside of the actual gameplay, was the greatest thing ever, was contributing his Blizzard moment, and that was a highlight of the first hour and a half for sure. I'm apparently having a start GG moment, so my brain is off. If anyone else can handle, but yeah, gentlemen, GGs. I'm gonna go do admin things. I apologize.
Turn it back over to Fear here if he's.
Yeah, GG's everyone.
Thank you, GG's.
All right, we're gonna go raid Brewers fan JP because the Brewers beat the Mariners 22-0 today. So go say hi to Brewers fan JP. He's doing a Kaz Boots race. Thanks for hanging out, everyone.